The next up we have EnerTayner taking on Detect Matt. Right, and this is gonna be cool because we've got finally got two people with their profile pictures. Right, so let's take a look at the brand new Terrell McKnight. Hope you like this. Tale of the tape. We've got the EnerTayner in the blue corner representing BY Boxing. Detect Matt for Rising Star Academy. Both players in stationary play styles. This is going to be an NA East versus NA West. East Coast versus West Coast throwdown. Let's hope the lag holds up. Both fighters' heights coming in 5'5" for the EnerTayner, 5'11" for Detect Matt, but both of them are rocking a similar elo in that 1501 to 2000 elo range. I think this is going to be a very interesting fight for both of these fighters.
My money on Detect Matt. I think both of these fighters are some who've had a couple of difficult losses in the last couple of weeks, and they're both really hungry for, a good win. We got, I think, style versus, flash a little bit.
Yeah, EnerTayner still getting used to the game after a big hiatus here. And this time around, he's facing Detect Matt. Like you said, both of these fighters have had little bit of a rough go at it in their last couple of fights, but looking to prove themselves again here tonight under the big lights here on Ringside VR. EnerTayner with the black trunks. Detect Matt with the teal trunks there.
Now, again, we got another height mismatch here. Sorry, I listened to my voice a little bit at the end of the night. We got another height mismatch here. Matt with the height on EnerTayner. But EnerTayner, again, not someone who's that uncomfortable in this matchup, and I like what he's doing, right? He's getting low, and it's just going to make him a really hard target for Matt to hit. And it's going to just take the body away altogether. But I like what Matt is doing there. You saw that big uppercut that he almost swept the floor with.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. You got to go low.
Oh, yeah, man. 100%. 100%, bro. Hey, Terrell McKnight Jr., I knew you'd like that, bro. We stay evolving. But yeah, I agree with you, Solly. This is what the shorter fighter, it's one of the strategies the shorter fighter can use to kind of bring things to their advantage, right? And I like what EnerTayner's doing. He's usually more flashy. Came into the scene with his hands down, trying to make a show of it. Now he's really locking in and trying to stay focused on essentials, right? Keeping those hands up, looking for opportunities. Yeah, losing that foot movement. Now he's got him in the corner, and now he goes to work. That's what I want to see from EnerTayner. Very good job, man.
I think this is an interesting match, right? Both of these guys have a solid chance at and a solid path to victory, but I think they both need to discover it, right? I think for Matt, it's going to be controlling EnerTayner's measured aggression, right? EnerTayner is sitting behind that peekaboo, but he's waiting to go inside and just bust Matt up with a big old combo. Matt's going to need to not fight him on the inside, fight him at his ideal range, because otherwise he's going to get the ugly face. He's going to get put into the corner and maybe get dropped. Matt doing a job that onslaught.
Man, barely escaping that one, Detect Matt. I mean, razor sharp brush with death right there. EnerTayner is still keeping it calm. You were talking earlier about measured aggression, Solly. It's very calculated on the part of EnerTayner. Right, he's not overcommitting in the mid-range. He really wants to get into the range where he feels comfortable. That's going to be very close in on the inside, right? And what he's doing with that is he's keeping that guard out there, tapping Matt's gloves, and every time those gloves touch, that damage is going to be reduced if it does make contact. And then when he gets in with a flurry.
And his punches have a shorter path that they need to travel. He's got the inside advantage. That was a great fight. Honestly, could go either way. I would say EnerTayner was definitely getting the better punches there, but Matt was throwing the more volume and just tapping him from the outside. It's really going to come down to how much damage some of those punches did and how much was mitigated. But I think I'm going to give it to EnerTayner. I think, especially towards the end of that round, his guard was iron tight. He did not take any unnecessary punches. And what was more interesting to me is that he kept his hands pretty far out in front of his face and was just comfortably hiding behind a peekaboo and a parry.
McKnight Jr. asking in the chat, does the game register your arm length too? Oh, absolutely. You have to calibrate your arm length when you start the game every time. So the arm length is definitely a factor here in this game. All right, round number 2. Here we go. Let's see what kind of adjustments can be made, right? So with your detect Matt, Solly, what do you think are his keys to victory for adjustments that he should make from round number 1?
I think he has learned that he is not going to win those exchanges with EnerTayner when they're up right next to each other. And I think he needs to make the adjustment of, 1, keep the fight farther away, but 2, take advantage of the opening that the EnerTayner is giving, right? He's dropping those hands a little bit. He's open to hooks because of where, how wide his guard is. I want Matt to start taking angles more, right? I tell it to everybody, 45-degree angles forward or backward are your friend. They put you out of the line of fire, and they give you a perfect clean shot to their openings.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I know it's outside of Matt's wheelhouse because as we've seen that he's played, he gets caught in on the inside a lot, but he's got to really, when EnerTayner gets in and shoots, he's got to take a step back, right? He's got to create that distance. EnerTayner's gonna put himself at a disadvantage there, right? He's sitting behind his guard, waiting for Detect Matt to potentially tire himself out after a volley, get no gains from it, and then that's when EnerTayner's gonna strike.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think the key to the match for EnerTayner is just going to be finding, the ways to, who was doing it? Was it Bodhi or was it someone else? Whoever was just perfectly, capturing people into the corner, right? I think EnerTayner needs to use some of that, walk forward carefully, right? Cross that void and don't waste shots in the mid range. Just get them in when you're in your ideal range like he was doing there. He needs more of those combos, though, so that he can be secure that the Bitcoin judges don't screw him over.
Yeah, I don't think he has. He's probably not going to have to worry about the Bitcoin judges getting him too well. That defense is serving him really good. Better than it's ever been, honestly. Before it's been his same guard. Detect Matt just now starting to get some punches through there. But yeah, I think what's really been cool about it is that he's trusting one of the few people here. And it's very interesting. It's the first card that we've had where I can see that there were several fights where someone wholeheartedly trusted in the defense of this game, right? And so we're seeing different approaches to it. And right now, I like what EnerTayner does. He waits for Matt to come in and overcommit, and then he steps around him and then sets up his attack as Matt is trying to turn around, right? Conserving energy and landing in some good points.
Yeah, it's going to be the key here. And I think this is EnerTayner's shot. He's getting Matt in the corner, but I don't like that he's given up space. I think that was the time for him to keep pushing. You don't got to worry about anti-spam. You can just go and bump rush him when he doesn't have any escapes.
True enough. Yeah, that anti-spam system not being around quite as much has been a very, very interesting thing. I will say so myself because this has been, how should I put it? Creative outlets said it this, that the game feels a lot more spammy and a lot more hectic, right? And for a long time, the spammers have been caged up by a system that didn't let them spam, and now they're back. The freaks are out, right? And so it's going to be a very interesting time, especially as people get used to this. And so I want to see more of these defensive fighters really, really weathering the storm and coming with their own, their own ways of firing back, because you can't punch forever. You're going to get tired. You're going to leave yourself open,
Yeah. So when you do that, right, you're kind of making that risk. Like you're trying to get the offense to leave yourself open. The best fighters are the ones that basically close that window, right? Because it's inherent. Anytime you throw a punch, you're just creating an opening. But there are things you can do in good boxing, right, to close it out that I think Matt needs to take more advantage
Matt's
of.
Got him hurt.
Whoa! brand new Matt coming into round 3.
Hey, that's what Matt needed right there. And that was what the crowd needed to make some noise. Man, a flurry, a furious flurry from Matt. Matt was like, I'm done with this. Tired of this nonsense, guys. Here for it. And this time, now we're in a firefight. 2 minutes left for this match. EnerTayner can no longer play coy. It's time to put up or shut up because he needs those points back. And like we say, can't leave it to these judges. They're crooked. They're paid in Bitcoin.
Absolutely. Honestly, this has been a pretty good match. It started a little bit on the slower side, but there has been a lot of action throughout. And now we're seeing Matt finally kind of start to put it together. Let's see if he can follow through or if EnerTayner is going to have a response, because it looks like he is catching him with a few clean, multiple combos, but unfortunately he hasn't found the knockdown.
Yeah, he's going to have to put in a lot of work offensively in this match, Solly. I mean, the rest of this round, he only has 1 minute and 20 seconds left to work. He cannot play passive anymore, right? Detect Matt spent a lot of time in these last 2 rounds throwing punches. You got to feel confident that those punches have slowed just a little bit, or that every punch that he throws is going to hurt him more than it's going to hurt you. And there we go, EnerTayner having Detect Matt hurt. Is he going to go in for the kill?
I think he made a little bit of a mistake letting Matt get away there. And I think some of that is, either just natural, like, I don't have the stamina to follow up that combo. Other times it's people, following up from their V5 habits of like, ooh, I gotta, we always tell people, just throw 3 punches, 4 punches, then back out. It's a habit you have to unteach yourself.
True enough. But I mean, looking at it now, Detect Matt, the punishment system definitely taking its toll. He's definitely been hurt a lot in this round. If EnerTayner can just find the right combination, I think he could put Matt away. But Matt, keeping him at bay, fighting with every ounce of his energy in the last 15 seconds of this match, I don't think EnerTayner is going to be able to find the lucky punch that he needs.
I don't think so. Matt did an amazing job this round securing it. Now, this is the question. Who won the first 2 rounds? So we didn't have a clear knockdown. It's going to come down to the damage. We know Matt got this one.
It's going to be tough.
I think we might have a draw on our hands.
Wow, Solly, you were like the Nostradamus of like VR boxing. That was a great call right there, man. Looking at that, a beautiful draw, 10-9, 10-9, 10-8. Detect Matt doing just what he needed to do again to not only secure that round, but bring this and snatch it. Okay, let's talk to the homies real quick. Detect Matt.
What's up, bro?
Bro, what's good with you? Look, you snatched the win straight from EnerTayner's mouth with that round 3. It looked like you had a tough uphill battle. Can you tell us what was going on in that match from your POV?
Okay, first off, before I say anything, I just want to give massive props to EnerTayner. We both put on a good one, and yet we still haven't found a winner between us. But we definitely have to run that back against probably next week.
Yes, 100%. 100%, dude. I think this almost demands a rematch between you two, right? So V6, how's it feeling for you?
Oh, I love it, man. I mean, it's fair now, so kids just can't hook spam you.
Yeah.
I mean, they still can, but they won't get as much in as they want. And honestly, I think it brought out the better of me in the little fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's been a W patch for me. They brought back the purity of just throwing hands without a lot of too many gamified additions, right? And I think we have a good base to build off of, and I think we can rock with this for a long time. So shout outs to the dev team for that, and shout outs to you, man. Like I said, you fought through thick and thin. You kept going. I was wondering if your arms were gonna give out, man. Terrell McKnight said, yeah, I agree, bro. Out of breath putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? That man put in work. So congratulations to you, Matt. You definitely earned a rematch. EnerTayner, where you at, bro?
Yeah, props to both of us.
Oh, yes.
What's up?
Dog, the new entertainer, man. I'm liking this new entertainer. You came into the Discord, super flashy, hands down. You're gonna be the showman, and this time you fought a lot more grounded, man. You kept the guard up the entire time, worked on the defense. You even had some slick moves, stepping around your opponent, detect Matt, unloading on the combination, putting him in the corner. It looked very, very good, man. How are you feeling about your performance on this fight today?
I'm feeling very, very good. To be honest, I've been like, looking at like videos and been training with my buddy, Bizarre VR, and I've been just been sparring left and right whenever we can. But yeah, I told you it's gonna. I was sluggish last time, and I told you I was gonna come back better. But props to Detect Matt too. So it's a pretty good fight.
It's a pretty good fight. So do you agree with Matt that there needs to be a rematch?
Oh yeah, I totally 100% agree with that. There hasn't been a winner yet between us, and I could say he's pretty equal with me, and I could say he's my nemesis. Honestly, he's my nemesis.
A little bit of a rivalry there, man.
So,
it's good to have the Ryu to your Ken. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to have somebody who can bring the best out of you, and at your level, you guys can work through a lot of things and just learn through the matchup. So if you guys want to do it, I'm totally down to see the rematch of this match, man. But like I said again, congratulations to you both. Keep up the hard work, man. I really like how you're progressing.
Wow.